house music. I do hate house music. yeah. Welcome to Hope is Never Silent, my show on board the Boat Pod. I am DJ TBX, and I am so happy to be bringing on board my super special guest today, Nat Illumine, an old school friend of mine. She's a serious old home slice. Like, so happy to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, and what a beautiful day to be playing tunes on a boat.
We were just saying, weren't we, that the selection that you've picked for us today really is the perfect weather for that.
Yep, absolutely.
You were just saying you like driving around in your car to that last tune.
Absolutely. I mean, the samples on that are amazing.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it. Who's it by? What's it called?
So it's called Today by the Visioneers. I actually heard it randomly. I was playing backgammon at backgammon tournament.
Of course you were.
At Backgammon and Wax, as you do. And
Backgammon and Wax, that sounds really fun.
yeah, no, it's amazing. It's a new backgammon tournament that's going on throughout London, for a number of times every month.
Amazing.
And it's wicked crew, really fun. And, I'm really good at backgammon. So
You
I'm
are.
smashing that.
I don't think maybe I beat you like once or twice, but only if you let me. Only if you let me. So you heard this track there for the first time.
And obviously I could hear the They Reminisce Over You sample, but I was like, but this isn't the original. So who's made this track? And it is Mark Mack of 4 Hero and Reinforced Records, his project called The Visioneers. And it's like bringing jazz and hip hop together, but, out of the dinner table kind of vibe. And
sounds like a hip hop for grown-ups.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Classy.
So when I heard that, I was like, to my friend Idris, who was DJing, I was like, excuse me, what track is that? So that was my first Shazam of the show.
Right. So, yeah, as you all know, my first half of my show is usually, the first hour of my show, the first segment, is what's in a DJ's Shazam list. Because, we did there was a big study that came out a couple of years ago that said that generally people stop discovering new music by the age of 23. And I was like, no, I am not having that.
Absolutely not. I literally spend every day looking for new music. I mean, I will never stop looking for new music.
Right. So I remember when we lived together, like that would be your thing. I'd come into your room at like 3 a.m. after finishing a shift in a bar somewhere in Shoreditch and find you in your bedroom working on playlists.
I mean, that's just all I do all my life.
Nearly every night.
Playlist queen, babes.
You are the playlist queen. Yeah. So what have you got lined up for us next?
I think we're going to throw in a little bit of Juk James featuring Stormzy with Easier Done Than Said.
I mean, what a great play on words that is. Let's hear it.
Just my default. Our relationship hits the rocks, I'll get the speedboat. Your ex still rubbing his wounds, I'll give him sea salt. Don't get too deep, just give me. What's a life without humour? When it comes to the Aussie, I'm Kurt Zuma. A week until I have you alone, I need you sooner. Legs wide, you spread it just like a. Alright, let me stop. I'm just a man in black, but baby, you'll forget me not. We done the back and forth, and now we do the steady rock. Complicated, it was heavy like my second drop. You gave me the run around for 48 months, and babe, I ain't complained once. Maybe just that one time, cause you never made lunch, but it's cool. I'll save it for our wedding day dumps. We'll reminisce about it when your belly has a bump. Pride was out the window, I was on the ropes. Pride was out the window, took the wrong approach. Times when we were single, but we're both adults. If you say you're taken, then I won't encroach. Left side of my chest, baby, you were stuck to me just like a brooch. I ain't playing girl, you think this is for jokes. I ain't playing girl, you think this is a hoax. Baby, get it in your head. I'll get on my knees, don't make me beg. Forevermore, I'll make a pledge. Girl, it's easier done than.
To
I mean, just wow.
Beautiful song.
And you know, it's like one of those moments of like you share it with somebody you really love.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of an after hours song, you know?
But the whole concept of it's easier done than said, I think in relationships, that's, you know, such an important concept. It's like,
True, actually.
you can say whatever you want to say, but act right. You know, it's easier done
Follow
than
through
said.
with some action.
100%.
Yeah.
And in every aspect of life, I think, you know, rather than talking about stuff, just do it.
Yeah, it's true, actually. I do both. I definitely talk about everything. And then I feel like I've really got to do it.
Exactly.
You know,
once you've talked about it, you better
like
go do it.
The time I ran a half marathon and told everybody about it before I'd done it. And I did regret that, actually, because in hindsight, I probably would have actually not done it. So it's probably good that I did. But at the same time, like when I crossed that finish line, I was crying.
No, I cannot imagine why. I mean,
And
how many miles is a half marathon?
I don't know in miles. It's like 21 kilometers.
Jesus Christ.
And I said I would never do it again, but then I just bopped one out on a treadmill one day once I'd got my fitness up. So, but yeah, easier done than said. It's a good concept.
It is great.
So that's Stormzy.
Yep, and Jack James.
Jack James. Right, so I know a bit about Stormzy, obviously, because who doesn't? You'd have to be living under a rock not to know about Stormzy at this point in time, right?
Yep.
He's captured the hearts and imaginations of pretty much everybody. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's such a feminist. I think that's what's missed about Stormzy. I think a lot of people think of him as this kind of grime rapper, but
I didn't know that.
He's a singer and he's very spiritual. And his last album, I felt like was a real feminist album, and it really resonated with me.
I mean, talk about hitting the Zeitgeist.
Exactly.
He's doing it right. So okay, so yeah, we're rolling through your Shazams. I'm going to play a couple of mine after this next one, I think.
Great.
See if I can. I've tried to match your energy. I've been scrolling through my Shazams over the last few months once you sent me over your playlist, and I was like, okay, it can't be like a wild, obscure, you know, mid-tempo techno track from some crazy producer in Berlin that I might have like had in my ears at some point this month.
Yeah.
Who knows? So tell us what your next track is and who it's by.
The next track is by Lady Ray. It's called Where Could I Be? And when you hear Lady Ray, you think this is some 60s, 70s soul singer, but it's not. She's contemporary.
Now.
She's now.
I played a track of hers a little while ago on the show, and the story of hers was that she was really overlooked for quite a long time. And then I think she self-released something and kind of had her moment and sort of repositioned herself as a modern soul singer.
Yeah.
So I have heard a couple of things of hers before, but I'm looking forward to hearing this. So let's play it.
Let's go.
I'm turning red, losing my head. Forgot what I said, forgot about me. Am I free? Half of the time I'm sipping wine. Most of my days I end up crying simply for me. When I do find me, I'm gonna shine. Take back my strength, leave shit behind me. I've been trying hard to get back. I've been fighting hard to get back. I've been praying hard to get back. Where could I be? Where could I be? Oh, lose my mind every time. Lose myself. I'm not the best. Can't you see? Find not thinking clear. Empty vessel, I wanna change my name. I want to start over. I want to be sane. I've been trying hard to get back. I've been fighting hard to get back. I've been praying hard to get back. Where could I be? Where could I be? Yeah. I've been trying hard to get back. I've been fighting hard to get back. I've been praying hard to get back. Where could I be? Where could I be? Oh. Where could I be? Where could I be?
Oh my gosh, those harmonies.
I know, beautiful, right?
What a track.
It's so empowering. You know, I like a bit of female empowerment.
Definitely. And I was just saying to Nat, like back in the day when we were housemates, it was your house. So you were like, in effect, my landlady.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, that's quite funny considering the age gap, right? So Nat and I, let's just talk a little bit about how we met, actually, so we can give people who are tuning in today, anybody who's watching on the repeat, like a little bit of our history, because obviously selecting guests for a show is quite an interesting process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I meet new people. Last month's guest, Johnny El Haj, was incredible. We'd never really spent any time together, and when you watch the repeat of that show, it just looks like we've been friends for like the last 50,000 years.
Well, we have been friends for 25 years.
It's true, we have. And how we met was that I was putting on a big event for Swatch, the watch brand, and it was an urban event at the Truman Brewery in Brick Lane in London, and I needed a media partner. And, you know, it was like the whole urban thing kicking off back then. You know, it was a whole skate snowboard scene, and I was well involved with that. And there wasn't a magazine that covered all of it. It was all individual magazines, and I only needed one media partner. I didn't want things to get messy. And then I went into a newsagent's, and I just saw this little magazine on the bottom shelf looking a bit lonely, and I was like, wait a minute. What's that?
Undercover.
And it was Undercover magazine, which is kind of like a cult status magazine at this point, I'd say.
I guess so.
If anybody's got copies of Undercover magazine lurking out there, we would love to see them. I'm sure you got all the copies.
I do. And actually someone Instagram messaged me the other day and said, I'm writing a book about UK hip hop. I've got every edition of Undercover apart from one. Is there any chance you can send it to me? And I was like, absolutely. I have an extra copy.
Oh, wow.
Send it to him.
Who
He
was the
received it.
person?
Oh, God. His name is Posty.
Posty, and he's
Yeah.
writing a book about UK hip hop
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
And obviously you're a part of that, because I mean,
I guess so.
right, so you've done a lot of things with your life, like since, and obviously, you know, just quickly going back to where I left off, you became the media partner for that event.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was looking for somewhere to live, because
Yeah.
I'd been burgled in East London.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
And I
I
was
was
like,
like,
I got a room.
Yeah.
You can come move in with
You
me.
made me interview for it.
Did I?
Yeah, you were like, what skills can you bring to the table? And I was like, I'm really good at DIY. And you were like,
yeah.
you're in.
I was probably like, what's your music taste? Because if it doesn't entirely align with mine, you definitely cannot live here.
I would have told you I like breakbeat at the time.
Yeah, I'll accept.
You allowed it.
I'll accept breakbeat.
You even came to a breakbeat night with me, I think.
Yeah, no, you used to play breakbeat a lot, and actually, you know, that era, that kind of like early 2000s.
Yeah,
you
it was
know.
early to mid, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good time of music.
It was. And that's the thing, you know, it's like no matter what our friendship's been like, and obviously when you've been friends for this long, there's been times where we haven't agreed with each other's choices, specifically my boyfriend choices.
Yeah, and probably mine more recently, so, you know.
Well, I don't know about those. You got away with that. So yeah, you know, there'd be times where we might, you know, have little bits of tension. It was never anything serious, though.
No,
it
I
might
just
be like,
wanted to make sure you were okay, babes. You never want to
know.
see your friends suffer,
no,
ever.
it's so true. And I mean, you know, I think probably the worst grudge you ever held against me was I might have eaten the last muffin on a Sunday morning.
And I'm sure that's a forgivable offence at this point.
Good. I'll buy you a packet of muffins after the show.
Thanks, babe.
Right. So we ended up like having loads of adventures together.
We did,
And
many,
all of it's been based around music
of course.
from the get-go. Like the very first thing that we connected over was you coming on to be a media partner for a massive music event I was putting on. Right? And we've done radio shows together.
We have. I loved our radio show. Our radio show
See
was
how we
great.
run.
See how we run.
It was really good. I can't even remember. What did that go out on?
I don't remember. I mean,
I
I've done
can't
a
remember.
lot of radio over the years. I did Y2K for a while. I did
Yeah.
Itch FM for ages.
Right.
But yeah, I don't remember. God.
So you're
memory
so
big
deep
full.
in the scene here, Nat, and I think sometimes, like, you know, when we've had kids and it's things like that and life gets in the way and we become adults and we've got responsibilities, it's really easy to kind of have this kind of like success amnesia. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then someone says to you, you've done all these amazing things, and you go, was that really me?
I just forget things. I mean, you know, it feels like Undercover was a lifetime or a few lifetimes ago
Well,
at this point.
we're gonna revive that because someone's writing a book about it, and you're going to be in the book with the magazine,
I
and
guess
they've
so.
asked you for that copy.
I guess so.
That's pretty big, right?
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice when people reach out and say, oh my God, Undercover. I loved Undercover. And
It
I'm
was
like,
it was
"Oh, I love
dope.
that.
It was dope.
It was cool.
It was, and I think I wrote you some reviews for Undercover Mag.
I'm sure you did.
It was like and you wrote about me in what's popping and what's flopping as I moved into the house.
You're popping.
Right, so this track that I picked isn't necessarily a Shazam. I was a little bit cheeky here because I just really wanted my music today to reflect your selections. Most of them are Shazams, but this one wasn't. This one was a track that we played on our first radio show together.
Oh, and it's a beautiful track.
We loved this track.
Let's
so we hope
run
you do
it.
too. We're going to play this track for you. It's Alice Russell with I'm Just Here.
Blossom, she leaves a trail, a petal rests upon my cheek. I close my eyes for a moment, I can speak. I close my eyes. The gift of speed, it makes me sing, it makes me feel I'm just here, rest a little while, now I can breathe, it makes me feel taste my tears and my sadness runs far away. Tomorrow's high, the twilight of the day. It makes me sing, it makes me feel, it makes me feel I'm just here, I'm just here, just a little while, just a little while. Now I can breathe, it makes me feel, it makes me feel.
Beautiful track.
We're just saying that anybody out there listening to today's show could probably, Shazam the whole set or come back to my socials afterwards, actually, because I usually pop up the playlist there. It's on Instagram at TBX the DJ. You can also find out all about me at my website, which is djtbx.com. And there's mixes on there and chat, and there's a link to my Substack, and there's a link to the show. So, you can jump on, and if you ask me, I'll send you the playlist. But you have to, earn it. I was also just saying to Nat that this is a bit of a baby maker set at the beginning of this show so far.
Yeah, I think we're going to mix it up, though.
Yeah.
I think we need to make it a little bit harder.
We need to bring the energy up.
Yeah. So the next track is by Fred Again and Young Thug. And it's a bit random for me because it's not my usual type of music, but I heard this and was like, I actually love this. So
where were you when you heard it, just out of interest?
I
Do you
mean,
remember?
probably at home because, I'm
Right.
constantly looking for new music. So
Yeah.
it would have come up in one of my playlists and of stuff I put on rotation to
Yeah.
check out.
Yeah.
And it came up and I was like, I mean, I am partial to a bit of Young Thug, I can't lie. And then Fred Again, I think, is doing really amazing things for British music at the moment.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
they're pushing the boundaries,
Absolutely.
Seem to be absolutely everywhere, and working with people like Daft Punk are just jumping on a set with them,
I mean, he smashed it at Ali Pali last month
Right.
with his, those four
like
nights.
the rubber seal of approval, isn't
Yeah.
it? When you start getting artists like, legacy artists like that just wanting to jump on your set because they're feeling it.
Yeah, one of my favourite venues as well, Ali Pali. I mean, I've seen James Blake perform there twice and it's been transcendental,
Oh, wow.
Those, I go to loads of concerts. I love concerts and, some of them are a bit MIDI, some of them are good and some of them are just that next level.
Yeah.
And I would say James Blake at Ali Pali is definitely
taking you there.
up there.
Taking you there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shall we have a little listen to Fred
do it.
Again and Young Thug?
Yeah, we're
Let's
excited.
go.
She coming home. We up. Yep. We up. We up. Yep. We up. Don't you ever show you scared, baby. Slow motion
Hoo-hoo. That was some vibes.
Yeah, love that track.
I don't know what to say about it now.
Just something a bit different, I think, you know.
It is, and I think it is. Although in some ways it's a departure from the stuff we were playing before. Like knowing you as I do, you know, I can 100% see you vibing to that at one of your parties.
I feel like that might be the end tune at the next party.
Oh, really?
I might be a bit too hyped for that. I don't know. We spend a lot of time discussing what's going to be the last tune.
Really?
Oh my God.
What, between you and the other DJs?
Between me and the DJs and my housemates, yeah. We spend months in advance being like, what are we going to play as the last song? Because it's so important.
But who always gets the last say?
I mean, obviously me.
Surprise, surprise. No one's allowed to touch a stereo in this woman's car.
Oh my God. Don't even think about it. Yeah.
It's like sacrilege.
Yeah, I mean, some people let their kids choose the music in their car. Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Listen, we've had some serious slapping tunes with things like cat riding a Segway, or it's raining tacos, or I don't know. There's one called cat flushing a toilet.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of dancehall in my car, and I'm just thankful that my kids don't speak patois because you
Yeah.
know they have no idea that it's talking about absolute foolishness and badness the whole time. But
you know, Max has recently discovered Daft Punk all by himself, actually, and I'm
love
having a real
that.
proud parent moment with that because, you know, I've never really forced my music taste on him. Although I do sort of say, listen to this and see what you think. But he's a really big fan of like classical remixes of gamers' music.
okay, interesting.
It is interesting, and some of it's really amazing. And I've actually got a track that I picked for him on my playlist today because, you know, we're coming off the back of International Women's Day. I got my like long time bestie in the house.
Pup, that's me.
Both mums. You know,
Absolutely.
and we've been through so much together. And also I just wanted to kind of like give a nod back to talking about parties and choosing the last tune. Like your whole journey through like the sound system culture of West London and beyond.
Well, yeah, actually, beyond, it was rare that we ever got to throw a party, you know, in West London back in the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, we started off with
Who did you start off with now? Who? Yeah. Who?
my best mate Max,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I started a sound system when I was 16. He was 18.
Yeah.
We put a little rig together with another guy called Rob, and we started doing squat parties, mostly around East and South London, to be honest.
Right.
It's where all the empty buildings were.
Before my time though.
A little bit before your time.
I missed out there.
Yeah, I know. If we'd known each other then, you would have absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I would.
You know, they were dirty, nasty squat parties, but they were so much fun.
Yeah.
And as a teenager in London, I mean, it was, yeah, we loved it. I mean, we loved putting on parties, and, you know, we wanted to hear drum and bass, and a lot of the parties they were playing like techno and
Yeah.
trance and stuff
Yeah.
that we actually didn't really like. So we thought we'll bring drum and bass to the squat party scene, and
Do your own thing.
everyone loved it,
Bring
especially
those
the young people.
fat bass lines.
Yeah, we needed those bass lines.
Yeah.
You know, we were often in like Hackney Wick or, you know, places like that.
Which
and
is where I ended up living when I met you.
know. Have you seen Hackney Wick now, by the way?
I know.
Oh my God.
I
it
wouldn't
is
choose to live there now. It's too nice for
Yeah,
me.
it's a bit fancy now.
So, but going on from there, like, you know, obviously the squat parties were one thing and everybody's kind of grown apart and things have happened and it's tragically lost some people as well.
Yep, along the way. I
Yeah.
mean, sadly, but you know, this is part of, you know, our life story, is that?
Yeah, lifestyle
know.
choices as well that maybe,
Yep.
you know, some people don't know they've got like underlying conditions and things can happen and go wrong.
Yeah, I had to step away from the squat party scene. You know, I
Yeah.
started going squat parties really, really young at the age of 14 and doing things I definitely had no business doing. And
Yeah.
so by the time I was kind of 18, I kind of moved away from it and got into the hip hop scene. And that's
Yeah.
when I became a hip hop journalist. And that's when I, you know, a few years later started undercover
Yeah.
because I needed to kind of move away to a bit of a cleaner scene, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Somewhere with a toilet that flushed.
Exactly.
But obviously since then, you know, you haven't stopped partying. You haven't just gone, right, I've stepped away and I became this kind of hip hop journalist and, you know, knew everybody on the scene. You've continued to throw parties your whole life. Like
Yeah.
you're known for that, right?
Well, nowadays, apparently, I'm like, people come up to me and go, "Are you that chick that puts on those crazy Northwest London house parties?" And I'm like, "I guess so. That must be me."
We are not giving away the location, people, no matter what you say or do. So,
Somewhere near Kilburn.
look, you're itching to tell everyone. So, like, everyone come. She is at Terror.
We like throwing house parties. That's all I'll say. on
So,
the matter.
yeah, I mean, you know, if you feel like you're worthy, you could probably hit Nat up on her Instagram and ask her for an invite, and she'll vet you and see if she thinks she'll let you in.
Someone literally messaged me and it'd come up on there like for your profile page. And I was
There
like,
you
"Oh, sorry,
go.
this is like a house party, like a kind of, you know, I mean, you're welcome to come." She
Yeah,
didn't,
see, that's
she
so
didn't
you.
end up coming, but I did invite her.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You're
but-
gonna like this. You know, this goes out everywhere, right? So I know you've got a big enough house to accommodate. You might have to put a marquee in the back garden. Right. So going off the back of your track, I'm going to pop another one on, and this is a track called "A Hero's Death" by DC Fontaine. And the original is quite a punky affair, like lots of guitars. You know, it's all a bit in the mid-range. Can hurt your ears a bit if you listen to it too loud. So Soulwax have done a remix. And I just thought the lyrics and everything else that you would definitely like to hear this tune. So let's roll it.
last. Say your favourite things at mass. Tell your mother that you love her. I go out of your way for others. Sit beneath the light that suits you and look forward to a brighter future. Life ain't always empty. 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 Sink as far down as you could be pulled up. Happiness really ain't all about luck. Let your demeanor be your deep down self, and don't sacrifice your life for your health. When you speak, speak sincere, and believe me friend, everyone will hear. Life ain't always empty. 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 From someone else. Buy yourself a flower every 100th hour. Throw your hair down from your lonely tower. And if you find yourself in the family way, give the kid more than what you got in your day. Life ain't always empty. 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 Tell you what you got time for. It only goes around, goes around, goes around. Take a family name for your own great sins, cause each day is where it all begins. And don't give up too quick. You only get one line, you better make it stick. If we give ourselves to every breath, then we're all in the running for a hero's death. Life ain't always empty. 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 Life ain't always empty.
Kind of reminds me of that track Sun Queen by, is it Les Berman?
Yeah, I know that track.
Berman? I think it's Berman.
I can't remember the guy's name.
You know, honestly, like midlife women, we're allowed to forget things. We've got kids, we've got stuff going on, we've got lives, and the fogginess of menopause.
I know, it's coming
so much
for
fun.
me. I know, I'm not looking
so
forward
much
to
fun.
it.
I'm kind of at the other side almost, but you know, I still don't remember anything.
I think my memory gig is just full. Processing speeds is slow.
I like to blame it on bandwidth issues.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm thinking about, I don't know, the next chapter of a book I'm going to write, or you know, what my next gig's going to be, or whatever, stuff like that. Speaking of next gigs, what have I got coming up? I've got I've forgotten already. The last Saturday of the month at the Stratford Hotel in East London.
Nice.
Bougie hotel affair, nice cocktails, 12:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon.
Ooh.
It's classed as a disco brunch, but you're going to hear some funk, soul, disco, neo soul, stuff like that.
Love that for you.
So, you know, well, love that for me. You can come. You can bring the kids, you know.
Can I?
Yeah, it's a big
I'll
lounge.
bring
It's
my
really
kids.
cool. Come over.
Yeah.
Play some tunes with me if you want.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's do it. And for everybody else, you know, you can go shopping. You can like come back to me and have a coffee and a pizza, or you can go shopping and come back to me and have a cocktail, or you can just stick around and hear some great tunes. But it's a fun gig. I do enjoy it. I've met some really interesting people. Last time I was there, I met Adina Howard.
Oh my goodness.
You know, freak like me.
Yeah, wow.
And she was so cool. I had to ask her a couple of questions about what was it like to be a female in the industry back in 1995 when your track like climbed all over the world. It was like a
Yeah.
massive banger. And she was just like, hey, girl, I was just doing what I was doing.
Oh, big up to her. That's
Yeah, so,
amazing.
big up to her and Horace Brown.
Oh, wow.
He was
That's
there too.
reggae royalty right there.
He literally came over to me and was like, I really like the tunes you're playing. I was playing like a refix of a Marvin Gaye. And he was like, yeah, your tunes have been really good. So I ended up sort of being drawn into their little crew for a drink. And and you're just like, I can't believe this is happening right
That's
now.
amazing. I mean, I used to listen to him so much when he was working with Massive Attack.
Right.
Really, Massive Attack was actually kind of my introduction to the music that I would later, really fall in love with. Trip hop was kind of my entrance point. Trip hop and jungle, I think.
If you come to the Stratford Hotel on a Saturday afternoon when I'm DJing, you never know who's going to be there.
Well, I look forward to it.
It was a fun time. And then I hopped across town to the Hoxton Hotel in Bloomsbury and DJ'd for a wedding.
Aww.
That was cool. It was
that.
really great. So, yeah, had a good time. Right, next track. The last one was A Hero's Death, the Soul Wax remix. So that was that. What have we got from you?
I'm going to bring it back to hip hop because, hip hop is my true love. And when you invite me to come and do a radio show, then I have to play lots of hip hop.
Of course.
And this is, one of my favorite artists, which I'm sure, everyone knows, which is Nas. But the producer is Steel Bangles, who is a British producer who's made some amazing music over the last few years. And so let's get back into some hip hop with this one.
Press that play button.
Let's do it.
Still bangles.
There were times my soul felt broken, and there were times my faith was shaken. Some way, somehow, we made it. Loved ones all around say it's just the beginning. Hey, staring at the rain real hard, praying for a hit of the sunlight. Feeling all the pain real high, moving with the chip on my shoulder. Looking at the hate in the world, lost in a world weighing me down. Reaching for a light too far, feeling like I was gonna drown. Oh, there were times my soul felt broken, and there were times my faith was shaken. Some way, somehow, we made it. Loved ones all around.
Nas,
Say it's just the beginning.
yeah.
They say it's just the beginning.
No longer guilt written by the silk and linen. Never condemning, never condescending. Before you hear something this dope again and people love it, you'll see the Pope on the beach and then Tucket play the trumpet. Somehow, some way we made it out the filth and garbage. Where people kill for nonsense, world of sin. We need to be born again from the problems of harlequins and the charlatans. Trying to stick their thorns in them, but they can kill the confidence. This ain't religious, but yo, I see the crescent. See the illuminating cross in the sky in the distance. Or maybe it's just the clouds, how they shaping my vision. Telling me never play down my true existence. Forget what you know, just take a leap. No matter how high up you are, or how deep, or what height it is, be the mightiest. We've been in a tight spot, fight to
There
live.
were times my soul felt broken, and there were times my faith was shaken. Some way, somehow, we made it. Loved ones all around say it's just the beginning. They say it's just the beginning. Tirandene, tirandene, no. Tirandene, tirandene. Oh, there were times my soul felt broken, and there were times my faith was shaken. Some way, somehow, we made it. Loved ones all around say it's just the beginning. They say it's just the beginning. Beginning.
It's kind of celestial.
Yeah, I mean, Nas just absolutely destroyed that song. Excellent verse, beautiful song, beautiful concept. And I think we should just keep it in the hip hop realm for a minute. And
We can do that.
yeah, let's drop that No Name Posse track because Shadow Man is probably one of
That's
my.
the next track coming in.
One of my favorite songs.
You know, we were just saying off camera, obviously, well, on camera, but off mic, we were saying that Nat knows all the words to all the songs that have ever been made, or she's ever heard, and probably some that she's never heard. And I feel like it's a real DJ flaw, but I'm just going to admit this now because really it's like something I've always felt a little bit ashamed about is I never remember the lyrics to anything, even though I've been DJing for 35 years and there's songs on heavy rotation. I will play in every single set. The only song that I know all the words to is Tequila.
I'm the opposite. I might not have heard a song for 20 years, but if I rinsed it a lot back then, I
It's
will
in your
still
brain.
know every lyric. It just comes to me.
I do know, like, on the other side of it, I'll know every single guitar lick, every single solo, every single key note, drum beat, like drum fill, you name it. The music side of it will stay in my head forever. Like, I could probably sing a guitar solo for most songs just off the top of my head. So I'm redeeming myself a little bit there.
Absolutely. Well, that's why we make a great team, babes, because
True.
I know the lyrics and you know the beats.
I'm the band, you're the front man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you want me to actually sing out loud on mic.
You're not that bad.
I mean, I've been told by everyone in my family that I'm absolutely horrible and should, only sing when the volume is really, really high.
I would say it sounds more like rapping than singing, but we can live with that.
We can
can't-
work with it.
Nah, you can't be brilliant at everything. It
I know.
It annoys people.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so this next track, Shadow Man.
Let's go.
Is that the name of the track?
That's the name of the track, and it's No Name, Felix, Smino, and I'm probably forget Saba. Yeah, so a lot of these like underground MCs, but they just come
nice.
together to bring like this posse track. I feel like just is
it
indicative.
like a bit of a cipher going on?
Yeah, I bet it's
Cypher
just
vibes.
every verse is just beautiful. on
All
this
right,
track.
cool. I can't wait to hear it.
How do you see me? How do you love me? How do you remember me? I'm a romantic nightingale. I hope the darkness keeps you well. When I can't fall asleep at night, I blindly talk myself to fight. Oh, shadow man, shadow box, please keep your hands up. And if you get knocked down, don't forget to stand up. Bless the night and again, darkness keep you well. Bless the night and again, darkness keep you well.
Shadow man, shadow box, dance in the dark with me. This resurrected agony, this apathy for caskets. Everything I ever loved, I lost in the magic. I claimed by the river, my body delivered. When I died, 27 rappers at my funeral. Moses wrote my name in gold and Kanye did the eulogy. Remember all the bashfulness, understand the truancy. Yeah, I stand in front of a college dropout, but her music was a church when your spirit hopped out. Met a gypsy in LA and she reading my palm tree. Mysterious situation like kissing the concrete. I eat getting money, I be close to heaven. Baby claim he love me, hold me down forever. I never should've bought this halo. He waiting for me at his table. My funeral with Disney fable, cause the king about to take me home.
Preach church, tabernacle, Tallahassee sunshine. Southern is my bloodline, we know it'll come time to go. And though I leave like alumni, I'm lying like a lullaby and quiet like my tongue tied alone. Buried me in satin, tell the pastor, say this ashes, I in class with you, who? First row. And if ashes turn to ashes, then I'm back in my first form with a dust storm, with a corn and cold. Morbid or late, Lord give, Lord take. Viva la muerte, mortal, man. Less love, more hate, more like mortician. We meet our fate, funeral home looking like a home that I used to live in. You wasn't supposed to go so soon, I took it for granted. Maybe we'll meet the next life, maybe another planet. Open my soul, but then it'll end with an open casket.
Tippy toe on a tightrope. Leaning on green, every go be a dice roll. I'm fiending the feline, who minds to the fiending. I got 2 packs fools. Gold on my gun line, they got rich out. My tongue sticky throw in the tightrope. Cleaning my grievances, as a heathen. I sat like the legion shout. Never believed in yo. System, I needed more. And I done went Figaro with the finger roll. Lander on, split my head and start leaking songs in them words. Yeah, them words, they make a nigga live forever. Flock with them birds, my heart stay lighter than the feather. It's gonna be niggas booming at my funeral. Tell them play Metro booming at my funeral. St. Louis taught me death could be your neighbor. Stay awake, don't take the family for granted. Better days away.
Bless the night and again, darkness keep you well. Bless the night and again, darkness keep you well. Bless the night and again, darkness keep you well. Bless the night and again, darkness keep you well.
How do you like that track, honey?
That was smooth.
Yeah, my kind of hip hop, grown up hip hop.
It is grown up hip hop.
Absolutely.
I was just saying, like, you know, I was just when I hear music, like my mind has this habit of like putting me into a scenario where I'm hearing it. So it might not necessarily be in situ, but like I'm just thinking like me and you getting together, like two adults, two adult women, you know, deciding to spend some quality time together and heading to the Jazz Cafe and just taking one of those balcony side dinner tables.
I love doing that.
Looking over at everybody on the dance floor and watching the band play a song just like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a dream date, babe. Let's do that.
Yeah, we should.
100%.
All right, we're involved. Okay, so...
Let's keep it on a hip-hop vibe.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Look, she's already dominated the playlist.
I am, sorry.
This is what she does. This is why I invited her. But also, you know, like, what a brilliant way to get to spend time with someone who you don't get a chance to see very often. I thought, how am I going to spend more time with Nat? Because, you know, this year I decided, like I told you when I came to visit in January, I really wanted to connect back to people that have meant a lot to me, and I'm kind of feeling those relationships starting to sort of slip and slide a little bit.
That's only because you left London.
I know, but you know, I'm not that far away.
True.
Not in another country. It's like an hour down the road.
That's
so,
true.
you know, and I just thought really it's on me because you've got little kids and a lot of responsibilities, and I get a little bit more free time, and I'm up in London sometimes. So came to visit you, and off the back of that I was like, International Women's Day radio show. How am I going to get to spend more time with Nat? Oh yeah, I know. Have her as a guest on the show.
I mean, if you invite me to play music somewhere, I will come. 100%.
I knew that. I knew that. So tell us about your next track.
Right, I'm going to play an old Common song from his third album, One Day It'll All Make Sense.
Common, your pal.
I love Common. He was of all the people I've interviewed over the many years as a music journalist, he was absolutely my favorite. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. And he was just really engaging, really interesting, so humble. And just, yeah, such a cool guy. And
that's a standout core memory for you.
Yeah, it really is.
Was in New York as well, right?
It was in Brooklyn. It was at a little like West Indian spot.
I mean, what a memory for anybody. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, you know, and I've interviewed a lot of people, some nicer than others.
Yeah.
You know, they say don't meet your idols because you can be disappointed, but he's one that I met that absolutely did not disappoint me at all.
Made you feel
yeah, he was just
inspired.
Really cool, he's, I think, such an inspiring guy. And actually, the reason I chose this Common track out of the millions that I could have chosen is that I feel like I learned so much from hip hop as a young person because, you know, you're listening to the lyrics and there's so much that they're talking about, you know, that's kind of universal. And this song is kind of about spirituality. And I feel like it really took me on the path to finding my own...
Your own brand.
My own spiritualism.
Your own version of spiritualism. I want to say brand, actually. That's slightly disrespectful.
My own version of spiritualism, because I don't really believe in organised religion. I'm not raising my kids within a specific religion.
Yeah.
And I'm also one of these people that is, you know, you can praise whoever you want to praise. You can pray to whomever. Whatever you want to call your deity, go ahead. I'm not someone who would ever say, that's not right. So I feel like this track reflects that.
That's really nice. Hit the play button, girl.
Let's do this.
To be 25, you know, just trying to survive in the world. About to have a little boy, baby girl. Who knows? Anyway, just when you start getting that little age and experience till you start thinking about stuff, try to make the right moves. So bust it out, this is what I was thinking, check it. Yo, the education of the line ticket line land began with time. Being my bloodline is one with the divine in time, brother. You will discover the light. Some say that God is black and the devil's white. Well, the devil is wrong and God is what's right. I fight with myself in the ring of doubt and fear. The rain ain't gone, but I can still see clear. As a child, giving religion with no answer to why. Just told, believe in Jesus, cause for me he did die. Curiosity killed the catechism, understanding and wisdom became the rhythm that I played to and became a slave to master self. A rich man is one with knowledge, happiness, and his health. My mind had dealt with the books as entail the lessons. Quran and the Bible, to me they all vital and got truth within them. Gotta read them, boys. You just can't skim them, different branches of belief. But one root that stem them. But people of the venom try to trim them. And use religion as an emblem when it should be a natural way of life. Who am I or they to say to whom you praying, right? That's who got you doing right and got you this far. Whether you say in Jesus' name or Hamdulillah, long as you know it's a being that's supreme to you, you let that show towards others and the things you do. Cause when the trumpet's blowing, 24 elders surround the throne. Only 144,000 gon' get home. Only 144,000 gon' get home. Only 144,000 gon' get it, baby.
Let me voice my concern. So many of my fellow brothers have given themselves a title that their actions didn't earn. Our ignorance is in the same breath our innocence. Subconsciously seeking to find an impressionable mind to convince. I finally come to the realization why black people are in the worst place. Cause it's hard to correct yourself when you don't know who you are in the first place. So I try to find a clue in you, but evidently white folk know more black history than we do. Why are we being lied to? I ain't know our history was purposely hidden. Damn, something in me want to know who I am. So I began my search. My journey started in church. It gave my heartache relief when I started to understand belief. Hustling was like a gift. Spent my share time in the streets. Taught me survival from this evil I'm just gonna have to deal with. And I felt like a fool when I tried to learn it in school. It almost seemed like rehearsal when the only science and math universal. Taking elder advice, read the Bible, the Quran, certain scrolls from the Hebrew Israelite. Hold on, this ain't right, Jesus one white. Some leaders are granted with insight, and it's all in plan, but it took me some time to understand he's still created with imperfection man. So, with following I disagree. By no means have I forgotten or forgiven what's been done to me, but I do know the devil ain't no white man, the devil is a spiritual mind, that's colorblind, it's even white folk, and even niggas you gon' surely find, there's no positivity without negativity. But one side you gon' have to choose, and these chances to speak I refuse and misuse. So how can you call yourself God when you let the world of possession become an obsession? And the way you write your rhymes, they can't follow your lesson. In the seed song, you make sure it's known, you make sure it's grown. If you God to save your own, don't mentally enslave your own. If you God to save your own, don't mentally enslave your own. If you God to save your own, don't mentally enslave your own.
Gorgeous.
I know, what a beautiful song.
It is beautiful. We're
Yeah.
talking about CeeLo.
Yeah, Common and CeeLo.
Do you know, it's really funny actually, while we're just in between talking about that and saying about that, thinking about it and saying it, I had a thought, you know, it's like I think we can kind of map our friendship actually by songs.
Absolutely.
You know, when they were released, because I was just saying I saw CeeLo once, right? And I was in this pub in Twickenham or Richmond, I think it was Richmond, and there's a pub there right on the riverbank, and you can go up to the top deck and like look out over the river, and it's really beautiful actually. It's a nice spot. And it was quite early in the morning. It was like 11 o'clock. I don't even know what I was doing there. It was probably post a wedding party or something for someone somewhere, and I just found myself out and about needing a cup of tea or whatever. And coming down the towpath was this guy singing at the top of his head, and I looked down and I was like, wow, that guy's got an incredible voice. Obviously being a bit naive about who was who at the time. And he shouted up and he went, I've got a #1 in the charts.
To with Niles Barkley, of course.
And it was CeeLo.
Amazing. I love that. That's a great story.
Right. So, you know, it was just one of those moments where you see someone mega, mega famous and it's just like you feel like you're dreaming.
I mean, I don't recognize anyone. I've got really bad facial recognition. So, you know, I could be in an elevator with like Jay-Z and Beyonce and I'd be like, oh, cute couple.
I don't know if I'd even say that about them, to be honest with you. But, you know, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, you know, you're not so good with faces. I'm not so good with lyrics. Yet again, another good team mission.
Absolutely.
I'll recognize the person. You can sing their song to them.
Yeah, every line, every lyric.
Okay,
just
so
badly.
What a pair, eh? Like, we're perfect imperfect.
Yeah, but that's how we should be.
It is. Okay, the next song I'm going to play is actually going to be dedicated to my son Max, who is at school at the minute. struggling away, thinking that it's the worst time of his life, as they do.
Oh my God, and not realizing it is the best time.
The best time ever of your life, yeah. So, you know, eventually there comes to a time where there's bills and rent to pay.
I know. I keep trying to remind my teenager who's 16 that, you know, enjoy your youth because, you know, once you.
Having said that, neither of us has ever really grown up that.
That's true, yeah.
So, yeah.
No rush.
Yeah, exactly.
Zero
no rush. So I'm going to play this track for him. It's self-released, a Clever Boy. And it's a track called Golden Hour by Duke, and it's on AWOL. It was released in 2022, but it seems to be kind of peaking now.
Making a resurgence.
Yeah, but maybe it's like because it's self-released, it's just had that slower, longer burn.
Yeah, well, I look forward to hearing it. I've not heard this before, so...
You know, it's like this is the track chosen by a 12-year-old boy, so you could get anything, but this is what we've got.
Let's hear it.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange skies, feeling super childish. No Donald Glover. Missed call from my mother. Like, where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour. You slow down time in your golden. We were just two lovers. Feet up on the dash, driving nowhere fast, burning through the summer. Radio on blast, make the moment last. She got solar power. Minutes feel like hours. She knew she was the baddest. Can you even imagine falling like I did? For the love of my life, she's got glow on her face, a glorious look in her eyes. My angel of light. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour. You slow down
Oh, the bird song.
Oh, I love that your son loves that.
It's so pretty, isn't it? And very romantic.
Yeah, beautiful.
And Max has got pretty good music taste. Don't know where he gets that from.
It's so important.
It's actually very different to mine, you know, but I appreciate his own taste. And sometimes he brings in a tune that I just think, you know what? That could go on my playlist.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
So that one's for you, Max. I know you're at school today. I will record this clip and share it with you because I know you love to see what mum gets up to when you're not in the house.
Oh, I'm going to play a song for my son.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a little 4-year-old at home. His name is Rakai. And
he's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he is amazing.
He's a clever, clever boy.
He is. He's a bit of a maths genius.
He
He's,
is-
he's
well,
better at maths than I am, which is shocking because
He's
he's 4.
a genius
Yeah.
though, and you've got your hands full there.
No, I've got my hands full with the 16-year-old girl.
Yeah,
Ray
true.
is
I
my
mean, a
hands full.
4-year-old and a 16-year-old.
I know,
This
struggling.
woman's made of steel, people.
Struggling out here, drowning in parenthood.
Oh.
But the next song I'm going to play is by Jordan Rakai, and I kind of
Amazing.
named Rakai after
Oh,
him.
did
In a
you?
way, yeah. I just love the name.
Yeah.
And this particular song, I think, is such a beautiful song. And so I'm going to dedicate this to my Rakai.
Oh, cute.
Breathless like it's made me. Tested on, but come take me. You can't see my patience. Breathless again. But I'm still beating.
Ooh, dreamy.
I know. Beautiful song.
It is. And the drum pattern on that's like all a kilter.
A kilter.
Yeah. It's all like sloppy Joe in the house. You know, it's made me feel a bit sleepy and the boat's rocking. It's all very chilled on here today.
Yeah.
Boat Pod vibes. Don't forget you can find us at theboatpod.com. We've also got an app you can download, which is awesome. You can watch us live. You can jump in the chat box. You can find us on Mixcloud and YouTube.
Amazing.
All the links are on the website. But honestly, the app is the way to go. You can just open it up and press watch live, or you can get into the archives and see any of our past shows there as well.
Right.
It's fun. Or you can go to my website again, djtbx.com, and there's an embedded link there that you can just hit and get straight to the Boat Pod. So loads of ways to see what we're up to, support this independent music platform. Also, while we're talking about independent music platforms, we're going to talk about where we get our tunes from. And for me, it is nearly always Bandcamp these days. I don't know about you.
Well, I have to admit
You
that
don't buy?
I'm on Apple Music. I stream.
Well, it's not the worst one. Streaming's okay, you know. But, you know, it's like on Bandcamp, for people out there who want to buy music. I know it's harder these days, like people tend not to buy, but if you're someone that wants to have like a decent selection that doesn't rely on Wi-Fi, I guess, you know, Bandcamp is a really good platform to buy on. And if you wait for Bandcamp Friday, the artists get 100% of the proceeds.
Oh, that's dope.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I respect that.
So basically what I do is I tend to go on there, have a late night rummage.
Nice. My favourite activity.
Late night rummage on the down the rabbit holes in the music platforms, and I tend to put all the music that I find into my basket, and then you get a reminder for Bandcamp Friday in your emails. And as soon as I see loads of people, like it'll be like people are releasing, and you'll sort of get messages from the artist that you're following, and you can just hit buy on Friday.
I respect that. That's
so
great.
I usually just wait. So sorry, Bandcamp, because I know you want to make money as well, but it's really nice as a DJ to be making sure that the pennies are going into the pockets of the artists that I love, so they can continue to make and put out brilliant music for us.
Yeah, I mean, I buy a lot of concert tickets, and obviously I have a massive vinyl collection at home, so
True.
I have spent a lot of money on music.
But you also support a lot of artists in your own right. You know,
Absolutely.
you've done that all your life, and I think that at this point in time, we're not going to be cross about people streaming music. Like, try and obviously, you got to choose your platform, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
And, you know, and same in all life, you know, there's certain things that we could tolerate and certain things that we need to draw a line and say, okay, you know, we're all going to use social media platforms, but there's certain ones that are better than others. It's part of our lives and we can't get away from it. But, you know, we've got to keep an eye on who's controlling all of this.
I think just being intentional with how you
Exactly.
operate is
to the
what's
best
key.
of your ability. And I mean, that might not be perfect all the time, but, you know, at least keep an eye on the ball is what I'd say. But yeah, so Bandcamp, thank you. We love you. We think you're awesome. You're doing a brilliant job and highlighting how things should be for the other streaming platforms and music platforms. And the Boat Pod, female-led independent platform.
Yeah, I love this.
Gotta love that, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, so we're playing another of your tracks. Have I lined it up? Have you lined it up?
You've lined it up, babes.
Oh, it's this one here, Stand By Me. Who's this one by?
So this is a guy called Friday. He's from Philadelphia, but Haitian born.
Okay.
And he's a new artist, and I think he's like absolutely amazing. I went to see him at Shepherd's Bush Empire recently, another fantastic concert. And I've been listening to a lot of him. He's got 2 albums out, a couple of EPs, and yeah, he's a new artist that I thoroughly recommend.
So you'll find his stuff probably on Bandcamp as well.
Absolutely.
I think they're all everyone's on there. Everyone's on there. So let's go. Bandcamp Friday, don't forget.
I know I ain't perfect, but you know I'm still gonna try. No matter what they throw my way, no, I'm still gonna fight. Even when it all went left, still did you right. I know that you in the wrong, but I'm still gonna ride for you. How you leave me deep in the dark when I gave you light. That you put the blame on me, threw away my pride. It could be a million miles, but I'm still gonna slide for you. You already know I need you by my side. Won't you stand? Won't you stand? Won't you stand by me? I just need a little more time. I just need a little more time with you. Promise that you'll stand by me. Oh, won't you stand? Won't you stand by me? I just need a little more time. I just need a little more time with you. Promise that you'll stand by me. Did a lot of things I ain't want to. I done went and lost my soul. I was losing sight, couldn't see through. Walk around with both eyes closed. If I say I'm standing for you, you know that I'm standing 10 toes. Even when they told me not to, I kept my brothers close. You already know I'm a type to push when we get broke down. Now every time I look for you, it's like you're not around. Still I don't see no loss. I did everything from the heart. If you lean on me, I promise that you won't fall. Won't you stand by me? I just need a little more time. I just need a little more time with you. Promise that you'll stand by me. Won't you stand by me? I just need a little more time. I just need a little more time with you. Promise that you'll stand by me. Won't you stand by me? I just need a little more time. I just need a little more time with you. Promise that you'll stand by me. Won't you stand by me? I just need a little more time. I just need a little more time with you.
That just feels like a track that you just can't cut off toward the end. You need to let it roll.
100%.
That's really, really beautiful. You're playing some awesome tunes on my show today, Nat.
Well, I wanted to come with, something really soulful and special for you.
You definitely hit the mark. Yeah. Soulful is a word that I would use to describe this playlist.
Yeah.
Like, it's making me have the feels.
Good.
And you're just like, this is so beautiful and so rich in sound and so, it's just such a high quality of musicianship happening. Yeah, I kind of looking at my playlist and going, I don't want to interrupt this flow. What you're delivering here on this show today is really cohesive and really well curated, but I had no doubt about that whatsoever.
Thank you so much.
Cool. So coming up shortly, we're going to do a couple more of the Shazams, and then we're going to give you a little focused section of music that is off the back of International Women's Day. We feel like it should be much more than a day. It should be International Women's World.
It is International Women's World.
Kind of is. We're having a moment, aren't we, at the minute?
Absolutely.
It's like, men, move aside. You've been running this show for way too long and look at the mess you've made. We're going to come along here with our what's the word I'm looking for? Spiritual dustpan and brush and sweep up the debris that you have created. Ditch that in the bin and we're going to party.
Great analogy.
Right?
Yep.
We're going to tidy up this mess like we always do.
Mm-hmm.
We're better at this than you. We're better at tidying up the mess. I mean, there's a lot of brilliant men in my life, don't get me wrong, but the guys at the top, sorry, but no.
Well, I think the next song kind of encapsulates that. It's by a guy called Faisal, who lives in Northwest London, so I'm going to rep my ends.
Nice.
And the song is called Love, and I think it just really encapsulates the emotions that we need right now to see us through what is quite a dark time in human history.
Perfect, and it's perfect for the show Hope is Never Silent.
Exactly.
Let's hear it.
All you need is love, 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 love. 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 All you step into the moment, let yourself free now. All you need is loving. Find your way. All you need is a little bit of love inside of you. Carry it like a light, I say. And this love will carry you through. All you need is love, 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 love. 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 All you need is love.
lay down your worries. Oh, oh, oh. Just take the time to stay with me. If you just breathe for a moment, then let go and release. Ooh. I don't know what I know. All I know is you need a bit of love to get your love. I don't know what I know. All I know is you need a bit of love to get your love. I don't know what I know. All I know is you need a bit of love to get your love. I don't know what I know. All I know is you need a bit of love to make your love. I don't know what I know. All I know is you need a bit of love to get your love. I don't know what I know. All I know is you need a bit of love to get your love. All you need is.
Yes,
You like that?
I really loved it.
Yeah,
It's-
beautiful.
I was just saying that it kind of reminded me a little bit of the SAFSAP project and Fale and Matt, who came on board a little while ago and helped me with the show. They were guests, and they did they'd made some exclusive tracks, especially for the show, and Matt was playing those with his controller out in here, and Fale was jamming along, giving us some live vocals.
Lovely.
Yeah, he's a real mystic, Fale, and Matt's a real kind of like, I'd call him sprightly, but in a calm way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say I met him in the sauna at my local gym, which sounds really iffy, but it wasn't, I promise. And we just kind of discovered that we were both, into music and working on the music scene and whatever. And they've invited me to be a guest on their next show, actually, which would be really nice.
Fantastic.
I guess the 27th of April, May. I can't remember again.
That's menopause.
My memory is just absolutely terrible. I mean, part of it's menopause, part of it's the early 90s.
Yeah, I mean, I can relate to that.
Yeah, so, it's just one of those, isn't it? We're still here. Still remember to, put my trousers on the right way around. It's not bad. It's not that bad. But yeah, it reminded me of those guys, like, like whole kind of like world music vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Right, so I'm going to sneak in with a little track.
Do it.
Nat's allowed me. So this next track is called Brighter, featuring Stella Angelico. I didn't know what I was going to play, and the track was running out, so I literally went on and went, bring, listen, that's the one. So here we go.
If your body's full of tension and your heart is full of pain, you wonder to yourself if you can do it all again. Counting all the reasons, waiting on the season, but wherever you go, there you are. See you in the distance, know you make a difference, yeah. Whoa. All you gotta do is breathe deep, all the way down, and just take a leap, reach that higher ground. Don't be afraid of what you can't see, 'cause I know that it's gonna be brighter. You are right where you need to be, and I know that it's gonna be brighter. Sun's coming up now, yeah. Sun's coming up, and it's gonna be brighter. Shadows are receding, something to believe in. When you thought it's too late, yeah, it's just on time. Hold on to the feeling, keep the ones you need, and if it don't shine bright, then let it go. The sun's on the horizon, and you are rising too. Whoa. All you gotta do is breathe deep, all the way down, and just take a leap, reach that high. It's your time, so make your move and go your own way. Don't be afraid of what you can see, 'cause I know that it's gonna be brighter. You are right where you need to be, and I know that it's gonna be brighter. There's so much that we don't know. It's not on you to hold it all. It's gonna be brighter. It's gonna be brighter than yesterday. Sun's coming on today. Sun's
What do you think about that one, Nat?
I thought that was beautiful. I really like that. And I've not heard of Stella Angelico before, so
There you go. See,
I'll be checking her out.
when
Absolutely.
you let other people play songs, in your car or in your house.
not, not in my car, sorry.
I definitely, I definitely wanted to match the energy of your playlist that you sent over to me. When was that?
A few days ago.
A few days ago. Time. And I was just had a quick flick through and listened to them at a limited time that I get sometimes in between dinner time and bedtime routine and whatever, with the kid and the dog, who is considered a kid in our house.
I also have a dog, so I can understand.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I just sort of was like, right, okay, we need to consider that, we're going to both be going through our Shazams. And I don't normally do it like this. I did with Johnny last time and it was great. So I thought I'd continue with that vibe rather than bringing in my guest in an hour after I've started my show to do their bit of the show. I just thought it's easier to just have someone on the whole time and just vibe.
Yeah, I'm totally vibing and loving it.
Yeah. So, it's just a case of kind of like trying to match the energy that you were bringing. Otherwise, it's just going to sound like a kind of pin the tail on the donkey playlist. Do you know what I mean? And nobody needs that. So I feel like this show is going to be one of those things that people come back to chilling either at the end of a night when they've got home or perhaps like on a Sunday.
Sunday vibes. Yeah.
Sunday roast in the kitchen. Tunes are on. You've got our lovely voices to listen to. I mean, what's not to love? And if you're not tuned in live, you can do that next time. It'd be great to see some people getting in the chat box. But also, I don't really mind when you listen to it or when it goes out. And actually, I think the thing about my show is, to be honest, I don't really mind if nobody listens to it because I really enjoy doing it.
We just enjoy playing the music.
Exactly. And hanging out and, being on the boat and being part of the towpath community for the day and watching the weather as it changes and the colour of the water reflecting off the riverbanks. It's just all really beautiful.
Yeah, this is a beautiful venue to be doing a radio show from.
Right.
Yeah.
And playing beautiful music on.
Absolutely.
It all just goes hand in hand. So if you're not tuning in and you're not listening, you're losing out. So we're going to move into our International Women's Day selection.
Yes, let's play some empowering songs by women.
What are we going to start off with?
Okay, I'd really like to start off with Jessie Reyes. She is a Canadian Colombian singer.
Okay.
And I kind of got into her, quite a few years ago. And I remember I took Ray, my daughter, to one of her concerts at Shepherd's Bush Empire.
You've been to all these people's concerts.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't say I'm not a little
I'm
bit jealous.
And this concert blew my mind.
Amazing.
I think it was a difficult time in my life. Ray was 13. I was kind of coming out of a bad relationship.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, she'd had to, live through that.
Right.
She obviously lives with me as I'm her mum. And I cried at this concert. I looked at Jessie on stage and thought, you are such an amazing role model for my daughter. And I felt at the time that I wasn't being a good role model.
Nat, that's such a hard place to be.
I literally cried my eyes out. And Jessie, not particularly famous artist at this point,
Yeah.
literally had the entire crowd eating out of the palm of her hand.
That's magical.
At one point, she had the entire crowd sing Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
which, it was just a spiritual experience. And I remember crying and looking at Ray and thinking, we need more women like this
Right.
to empower us.
That sounds like one of those situations where you don't realise you've been grieving until the tears start to flow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you just it's like clearing the deck, isn't it?
Yeah.
And kind of resetting yourself into being like, okay, I'm here in this moment now. My daughter's seen me go through this awful stuff. She knows about feelings. She knows about things that can go wrong, and it's all a real sort of learning, teachable moment. And then you've put her in that situation where you have taken her to see this inspirational woman and kind of almost reset all of that as well.
Yeah.
Shown her the other side of things and had your moment.
Yeah, it was a pivotal moment for us, I think. Yeah.
It's such a nice story. It's making me feel a bit tearful, actually. So let's play a song.
Well, this is an empowering song, I think.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
I wanna be a great one. I wanna be a great one. I wanna make $1 million, making all my days count, counting with my day ones. Before I hit the grave, son, Louis V don't chase none. I wanna make $1 billion, bring it to my pops, say, Daddy, what you prayed for? What is life? What is love? What are lies? What is trust? What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. What is life? What is love? What are lies? What is trust? What is everything? But everything is nothing without you. I wanna be a great one, wanna be a great one. And when the spirit calls me, I wanna throw my hands up, ready to be saved, yeah. And when my day is done, I hope I die faded. When they take me way up, I hope I fly faded. What is life? What is love? What is time? What is trust? What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. What is life? What is love? I hope I am enough. What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. Nothing without you. Nothing without you. Nothing without you. Everything is nothing without you.
Powerful.
I know, powerful stuff from our Jessie. I feel very like connected with her as a woman.
I sense that as well. I sense that for you, you know. And I think I can imagine how it feels like that's the vibe. That whole thing is like very all encompassing when you're experiencing it live.
Yeah, absolutely. And there were so many tracks I wanted to choose from, but they were all quite explicit, so I had to really because she's a lot of like pussy power, that kind of vibe.
We're good girls here on the boat pod.
Yeah, so I had to go through a lot of tunes and be like, no, okay, great one. That's
when the mic's live,
that's appropriate.
And the platforms. Well, we are, for those of you who are not viewing this live or on the YouTube channel, we are on a barge in Little Venice, which is in Paddington in Northwest.
Yeah, West London.
And, the towpath is alongside us, and we've got families, people walking their dogs, elderly folk and all kinds of people just having a lovely time up and down the canal. And there's 4 little speakers on top of the boat. So we need to be careful what we play.
I know. I sent you a whole playlist and I was like, hang on a sec, does this need to be clean? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, back to the drawing board.
It seems like there's quite a lot of information I didn't give you, including today's location. Just you're inside my head with me, Nat, like when I'm thinking something, I'm just assuming that everybody knows exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's meant to be happening. You didn't even know we were actually live streaming.
No,
apologies.
I knew nothing. I knew nothing about today other than bring tunes. And, that's all I need to know. Bring tunes. That's
bring
all
tunes.
I need to know.
It's the basics. Everything else is noise or not noise. But you always look amazing, so you don't need to worry about the live stream.
Thank you.
She always got dope tracksuit on this one. And some dope trainers.
I mean, yeah.
That's what we can't really see the trainers. Maybe we'll take a picture outside and get you on the Insta. Insta for the sneaker peeks.
AJ Falls all day.
All right, so let's get another track in for the female empowerment section of our show today.
Yes, I like Nao. I think she's an amazing singer. She's a British singer, and I think she's fantastic. And I would like to play this track.
Let's play it. I'm going to press play this time. Let's see if I can get it right.
Do it.
All right.
make it no. Save your light, and somehow we'll make it glow. And everything will be alright. Just trust him and let it go.
Just a little rewind there because I like that beat. So we're going to roll it back. Wheel and come again.
It's about time. Maybe we'll make it no. Save your light, and somehow we'll make it glow. And everything will be alright. Just trust him and let it go. There's a stairway to heaven, and maybe we can climb to them. We're both a little scared. We're both a little scared. Would you like to go with me? Would you fly with me? Change your mind for me. If you find you ever change your mind, would you like to go with me? Take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out. The only one, only one, only one. When you say it like that, baby got me feeling like cracker. If I had a chance, there's a stairway to heaven, and maybe we can climb to them. We're both a little scared. We're both a little scared. Would you like to go with me? Would you fly with me? Change your mind for me. If you find you ever change your mind, would you like to go with me? Baby, I can show you something better, maybe we could be forever. Even through the stormy weather, pull you over the clouds, I promise you I'll never give up on us. For what? Would you like to go with me? Yeah. Would you like to go with me? Yeah. If you ever change your like to go with me. Would you fly with me? Change your mind for me. If you find you ever change your mind, would you like to go with me? Would you fly with me? Change your mind for me. If you find you ever change your mind, would you like to go with me? If you ever change your mind, would you like to go with me?
I think that was another track with Birdsong.
With Birdsong?
Yeah, I think I had a bit of Birdsong like effects in the background.
Oh, obviously
Unless
feeling
I've-
the Birdsong vibe.
Yeah, maybe, unless I've just suffered some sort of cartoon concussion. You know, I banged my head this morning and I've got some little birds just flying around.
Tweeting around in there. Quite possible.
Yeah. What's it called? What's the cartoon called with the mouse and the cat? Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry vibes. Silly. Right, I'm at that point in the show where obviously I need a bit of a sugar boost.
Yep.
My radio teeth have fallen out.
It's all right, we've got bangers.
Bangers lined up. All right, so next on our list for empowerment.
Yeah, let's have another British banger by Melissa Whiskey, who, to be honest, I've never heard of, but I've just got this one song of hers that I love.
She's got a great name.
Melissa Whiskey.
I mean, it just rolls, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It rolls off.
The track called Billin', and yeah, I actually kind of want to send this to my ex.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it after the show. No words, just the song. No other context. Just send it.
Yeah, I mean, I like to speak through music, so quite often I do just send people songs when I have an emotion I'd like to express.
Do you know I do that too?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm just like, well, you probably won't even get this, but I'm going to play it. It's going to make me feel better.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
I don't know half the time before I don't even listen to it, but I've expressed myself through music nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny, isn't it, when you do a playlist for someone and it's all like somebody else's guy, Love Fool by the Cardigans, you know, like, and all of that kind of stuff. You're definitely sending a message and they're just like, thanks for the mixtape, it was really awesome. And you're like, yeah, no, you didn't get it.
Definitely, and you didn't even probably listen to it.
No,
Outrageous.
outrageous behaviour.
Yeah, sending music is my love language, so if you're not going to listen to my tracks, we're over.
Well, you can send me music whenever you like.
Thanks, honey, I will.
I'll return the favour.
Amazing.
You
Let's
might
do
not
that.
like any of it, but I'll still send it.
I'm sure I will.
All right, come on, then let's play this track.
Let's go.
How let Lizzie make a man go crazy? Cause we all trying to get this money. And if a man haven't got nothing for me, keep walking. Still weighing out my options. Don't try bring me to no problems. So hazardous, take precaution. See my ex-man had me down, down, down. Boy, will you mess around? No time left for playing around. Cause time is ticking now. I'll turn away the others for you, for you. Dedicate my time for you. It's true. Go, 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 go. So, 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 so. You don't know. I'm just focusing on my do. You got me like na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. High up like I'm feeling na. Na, 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 na. Go, 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 go. So, 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 so. You don't know. I'm just focusing on my do. You got me like na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. High up like I'm feeling na. Na, 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 na. See me level up and they hating. Cause that money make a man go crazy. And you're still trying to get my loving. Keep walking. Till my ex-man had me down, down, down. Boy, will you mess around? No time left for playing around. Cause time is ticking now. I'll turn away the others for you, for you. And I won't break my heart for you, for you. Go, 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 go. So, 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 so. You don't know. I'm just focusing on my do. You got me like na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. High up like I'm feeling na. Na, 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 na. Go, 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 go. So, 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 so. You don't know. I'm just focusing on my do. You got me like na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. High up like I'm feeling na. Na, 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 na. Just focusing on my do. Yeah. Just focusing on my do. Money make a man get nervous. No time for waste, man, that's worthless. Nah. Nah, nah. Go, 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 go. So, 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 so. You don't know. I'm just focusing on my do. You got me like na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. High up like I'm feeling na. Na, 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 na. Go, 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 go. So, 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 so. You don't know. I'm just focusing on my do. You got me like na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. High up like I'm feeling na. Na, 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 na.
Ooh, yeah.
Big track, big track.
Big track. Right, Nat. So, you know how I was born in 1972?
I do.
It's a long time ago.
It is a while.
It is a while. So, my whole thing is like, you know, I'm a bit of an 80s girl really at heart when it comes to the music.
I know this.
And I would say that a majority of music that I choose has kind of got its heart in the 80s somewhere. I mean, there's definitely like a 70s flex coming through as well because I do like some real colour like funk and soul.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a bit all over the place with music. I always say I'm polyamorous.
Yeah, you have it. You have an excellent depth, you know, in your music taste that I really respect.
I'm just greedy.
Well, there's so much good music. And
Nom
you know
nom.
what? You can never know it all.
No, exactly.
Like, I know so much music, but I can never know
Right.
it all. There's no way.
I've been listening to a podcast by DJ Emma and DJ Shanaz that I've actually guested on the podcast.
Nice.
And alongside people like Minnie the Minx, Lisa Loud, Marcia Carr, some like really big household names, and then little old me with my unique perspective on my journey through the DJ industry and the music industry. And they released the first episode of We Are the Motherfucking DJs. And I urge anyone to go and have a listen to it because it's such a fun, riotous, joy-filled, hilarious romp through what it's like to be a middle-aged DJ, female DJ.
Great name.
Nonetheless,
as well.
I know, it's so good. And, you know, there's a section in there where they talk about being challenged by older male DJs in the green room, you know, backstage, where the guys kind of like quizzing them on their musical knowledge. Right, but it's like, you know, I guess that could come from a female, but tends not to, you know. And it's like, well, you know, actually, I wanted to chime in. There was a big part of me that wanted to like rush to their defense, even though this was a pre-recorded show. You know, I wanted to like jump in the chat room and start saying, I'll come and have a say about that because, like you just said, you can't know everything, right? And there's going to be loads of music that I'll know about.
Yeah.
That someone else won't.
You can't know everything, but you and me, we can both know a lot.
Yeah, but also it's like, you know, just because someone doesn't know something that you know, it doesn't mean that they're not as qualified as you to be a part of the music industry.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
And it's just positioning yourself in a kind of a gatekeeper role. Screw that.
Yeah, no time for that.
Kick down the back doors and push in. I'm like, you know, don't start challenging me. I bet you couldn't tell me what ABBA wore on their Top of the Pops appearance in 1974 when Mamma Mia was released. I can remember that.
Yeah, they probably weren't even born.
You know, like people would be so confused, but everyone thinks that they've got to have this kind of superiority about the knowledge and depth of their music library and all of that. And I just think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so unnecessary.
It's not important.
No.
Like at the heart of DJing is the love of music and the excitement of wanting to share that love of music so other people might feel the same way as you do about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree with that.
That's all you need as a DJ. You don't even need to be able to mix. Just get out there and play some tunes that make people feel joyful and want to move their bodies.
Yeah.
Everything else is just fraff.
Yeah.
Right. I've had my little rant.
What have you got for the next tune, babe?
So, talking about the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that, I'm going to play this track, which is from, it would have been released when I was just 2 years old in 1974. And it's called, hold on, I've lost it now on the track. It's called She Can't Love You. Oh, no, it's 1982. Absolute lying.
Oh, I was one.
Shh.
After all that chat about the 70s.
I know. Well, no, actually, it was chat about the 80s. And then I
that's
just
true.
looked at the wrong date on my show notes. I would die without these show notes. It's called She Can't Love You, and it's by Shamise on Emergency Records from 1982.
Let's hear it.
Big hair, big shoulder pads, and big tunes.
Hi. Yeah. Saw you last night.
That's what I'm saying.
I was at the club. Yeah. Saw who you were with too. When I saw you last night, I could easily see she was holding you so tight, 'cause she knows you want me. Oh no, but she can't love you. She can't love you like I do. She can't love you. She can't love you like I do. I said to myself, that must be on your mind. You were there with someone else, but you know you're wasting your time. Oh no, 'cause she can't love you. She can't love you like
the groove. She can love ya.
Such a departure.
I know.
Right, so we are coming into the last 5 minutes of the show. And so we're going to play a couple of absolute bangers, both from Nat's list, because, to be honest, it's outranking mine by a fair amount on today's show, which I did know that was going to happen. But, you know, I always say to everybody that I know, like, what's the point of hanging around with people who are not better than you, because then you'll never improve.
I'm not better than you.
You're better at remembering lyrics than me.
That's true. That is true.
All right, so I know that this is an absolute banger. I love this tune. I remember being on the gym on many occasions on the exercise bike, pedaling along like an absolute nutter listening to this tune, 'cause it just makes me want to go hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's her whole life story in one track. And when I think about female empowerment, you know, she's someone who really comes to mind.
I mean, the lyrics just make me feel really super empowered and super strong. Like, you know, I just love it. It's just a great track.
Yeah, and you know what? If I ever get an award for anything, you know, and they say, what song do you want for your like victory march?
Gonna be this
I
one.
want this one.
I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, can you give me an award so I can have a victory march and play the song?
I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Thanks, babes.
All right. So what have we got?
We've got Mary J. Blige.
Come on then, let's press
MJB,
play.
the MVP, let's go.
Such a banger.
Yeah, let's take them back. 91, I stepped in this game. After what's the 411, things ain't been the same, and I can't complain. But with all this fame comes a whole lot of pain. But I'm so glad to be here, and my music's still sincere. Let's get back to the story. All of this pain and glory. And 94 was my life, and my life wasn't right. So I reached out to you and told you what I've been through.
Here to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stops.
Go ahead and be me. I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me.
Here to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stops.
Go ahead and be me. I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me. Then I came to share my world, but at that point I was just a foolish girl trying to find my way. Then I dropped the Mary album, and people would say that it's just not gonna work. And my feelings, they did hurt, but my fans showed me so much love, and I owe it all to them. And I came with no more drama. I remember that, yeah. It was when Aaliyah died. I couldn't hardly sleep. Thought about it every day, and it made me change my way. I'm a real woman now because of all of these.
Here to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stops.
I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me.
Here to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stops.
Go ahead and be me. I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me. Remind me of a real love. You don't have to worry. Real love all night long. I'm going down. Reminisce on the love we had. You are everything, but without a baby, what you gonna do without my love? My life, my life.
Here to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart
Go
stops.
ahead and be me. I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me.
Here to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stops.
Go ahead and be me. I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me. I'm gon' shine. I'm gon' shine. Go ahead and be me. I'm the soul hip hop queen, and I ain't going nowhere, but you already know me.
I've redeemed myself.
Babe, you knew every lyric.
Well,
You lied to me. You lied to me.
I think it's this one and Hotel California by the Eagles. And maybe even Bohemian Rhapsody.
But you knew all of the lyrics to that Mary song.
I didn't know that I knew them. They just came out.
I'm super impressed.
That's the power of MJB.
Absolutely. She's a diva.
She is.
She is amazing.
Did you see that interview with her? You know, there was that clip of her that went viral where she's like dancing on stage and she just looks completely exhausted, like she's dragging herself through the dance routine. She looks amazing. She's got these like thigh-high boots on and she's literally like, you know, like, can I just go home now?
It must be exhausting.
Yeah,
doing a performance like that. Tiring.
I mean, you know, I think, and then there was a radio interview about it, and the interviewer said to her, like, what was actually going on? You know, people were said, you know, you look terrible, you looked exhausted, and she went, I'm going to tell you the truth. And she said, I was exhausted. It was like her 45th show in a row or something stupid like that, right?
Our age. She's got to be older than me, so big up to her.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
I think she's like the same age as me. You know, and she's up there with those thigh-high, high-heeled boots on for the 45th night in a row. She just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
She just wanted to eat ice cream on the sofa watching TV.
I know. She needs a night of binge watching.
Like, we can't diss that.
We need a reset.
We do.
Mary, you need a reset, babes.
Have a reset, Mary.
Take a minute.
Yeah, take those boots off. Get some trainers on, girl. We love you. We love you no matter what you do. You could have literally laid on the floor and sang. We wouldn't have cared.
Yeah. I saw her Afro Nation last year and she was amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I rate her.
Legend.
She's a legend. Absolutely.
Right, so we're coming into the last track. Can't believe it's gone by so quick.
I know.
It's been so
I
much
wanna
fun.
Be here for hours.
I could literally do this all day.
Yeah, me too.
It would be fun. It would definitely be fun. All right, so you've selected this last track.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So this is my ultimate International Women's Day track.
Oh, yeah.
I've played it many years in a row on International Women's Day in various places because I feel like it is just very representative.
Is it about you?
It's not about me. No. It's just about...
Do you feel like it is?
No, I feel like it's about all of us.
Oh, that's
all
nice.
of us women. And it's an Australian artist called Sampa the Great. And
amazing.
You know what? We'll let it speak for itself.
All right,
Run
cool.
the rhythm
All
and we'll
right.
see why this is International Women's Day.
I just want to say before I do press play, thank you so much for being my guest on today's show.
Oh, I've loved it, babe. Are you serious? It's been so much fun. Thank you for making me come out of my house and take a day off work and come and play tunes with you on
Yeah.
the river in the sunshine. I've thoroughly enjoyed it and I'm so grateful for our
It's
friendship.
medicine for the soul. And I'm grateful
Always.
too, really grateful. And I just want to say big thanks. This is Nat Illumine. She's been my guest today on Hope is Never Silent here on the Boat Pods. I'm DJ TBX, and we hope you've had an excellent time listening to us chat about the old days, the new days, the good days, the bad days, and all the music that's kept us together throughout all of those things.
Absolutely.
Been brilliant. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you again in a month's time. And next month, I'm bringing on board Marlon Celestine. We are going to be doing a Prince special because it is the month of April when the Mighty Purple One transcended in his elevator to the other side. And yet his music still keeps coming.
Of course it does.
In the meantime, let's get back to this final track from Sampa the Great for International Women's Day.
Energy.
Let's go.
Rhythm my life domination. You realize all the time we wasting. You realize all the pain we facing. Please pour a cup feminine libation. My gosh, we raising. Please sympathize all the lies we raising. Please realize all the time. Family energy, drank a couple quarters on my chorus, then I code up. If I wrote the word, money stacks for all my daughters. Never asked for payment in the womb times 9. Now we see the blood on the street times try. Feminine energy, balance up the indestructible in the vaginal. Heaven in thine, heaven is mine. Spiritual, lyrical, mother sang sweetest taboo, rickle kind. If I was astonished by the level of shame, feminine energy reign. Intuition and ambition, intuition shine. Intuition and ambition running through my veins. Pour out the love, let the healing begin. The birds and the bees ain't got nothing. The birds and the bees
I beg you listen me. I beg you open your ears for any waiting that they say. Waiting that they talk. Now serious talk at they talk go. No beating anga speaking. Listen. In this world we deal. Members say ya. One day go come. When we all go. Before long, we go meet Mama Godo. When we dey meet Mama Godo, tell me, waiting, you go say.
With my life jam nation, you realize all the time we wasting. You realize all the pain we facing. Please pour a cup feminine libation. My gosh, we raising. Please sympathize all the lies we raising. Please realize all the times. Female energy, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 times sorrows. Carry all the weight of the world on your shoulders. Give a couple crowns to the woman who had bore us. Told us, focus, love and support us. Magical, umbilical, my universe is radical. Introduce the nation to embracing what is factual. Feminine energy, almost mathematical. You can't really sum up what is infinite and valuable. Feminine energy, balance up the indestructible in the vaginal heaven in thine. She sing a melody to pass the time. Give us her energy so she heal mine. If I was astonished by the level of shame, feminine energy never shame again. Rain, tamed, brain, praying, intuition and ambition running through my veins. Pour out the love, let the healing begin. The birds and the bees.